Hi, Martin here with another video, and today I'm going to go through initialization in Swift programming. So let's get started. So firstly for this video I'm going to be using Swift Playgrounds and more specifically Learn to Code 2. So Learn to Code 1 and 2 are interactive courses created by Apple within Swift Playgrounds, and they're designed to teach the Swift programming language. If you don't have Swift Playgrounds or Learn to Code, then I'll link some videos below that show you how you can get them, and they will also go through the basics for you. So firstly, this section is all about initialization in coding. And essentially when we talk about initialization, we're talking about the assignment of an initial value for an object or variable. Now, that might kind of sound a little bit like coding jargon. So we'll just go through this intro part where it discusses initialization a little bit more. So it talks here about portals, which we used before. And it's saying your character has a type called character, and you have a type called portal. Character you control with the code is an instance of that type. Okay, so we have character and then we create an instance of that. So we can now control a new type of character. Okay, so it's still a character, but it's a type of character called expert. So the expert type has the same abilities as the character, but can also use a new method, turn lock up. So they're exactly the same. It's just if we initialize a character, this is the methods they can use. If we initialize an expert, then this is what they'll be able to use. So in order to create that, we first declare a constant using let, which it shows here, and then initialize it with the name of the following. Okay, so we are initializing an instance of expert. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can then use dot notation to use the methods that it has, like turn lock up. So let's start coding, and hopefully this will all start to make a little bit more sense as we do. So we have our instructions over here. We have an example of that initialization, so initializing an expert. So remember, an expert is still just a character, but it has our extra method, turn lock up. So the first thing it wants us to do is initialize the expert. So you can see we're already given the constant declaration here. So where it says initialize, all we need to do in here is write expert. So there's that first part already ticked off. So then it says move your expert around and give commands using dot notation. Use the turn lock up method on the lock to reveal the path between the platforms. So over here we have our maze, and this is the lock here, which we need to turn to lift the platform over here, and that will let us get all of the gems. So now we're going to be using the dot notation to guide our character around. So first thing I'm going to do is move to the lock and get it unlocked. So to use the dot notation, we can use expert. Okay, so we're using the name of our constant here. I'm going to say move forward. I'm going to click on that down here. So you can see that that's going to help me move forward. So I know that I need to move forward 3 times from looking over here. So I'm just going to quickly Command C and then Command V on that one. So now my character should be in front of the lock. So I'm going to use the new command, turn lock up. Okay. So let's quickly just run the code and we'll see if our character moves towards the lock and uses that turn lock up method. Okay, so you can see the platform raising over here. Great. So we've initialized the expert and we've used their moves. So from here, there's obviously multiple ways that you could collect the gems and solve the puzzle. So I'm just going to use one strategy to solve this puzzle. There's a whole variety that you can use. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my character back to the middle. Okay. So I'm just going to get my character to turn around. I'm going to get them to move forward and kind of head back to that starting position. I'm then just going to get them to turn over to the right or the left, you could do, because I want to then just use a loop because the pattern over here we can see is kind of similar. So I'm going to go for I in 1 to 3. And then in here, I'm going to start using a few of these move forward. So again, and you'll see me doing a lot of the kind of Command C, Command V, copy and pasting, because it just saves having to write the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to move forward 3 times. I'm going to collect the gem. I'm going to turn around. So I'm just going to turn left a couple of times. Then I'm just going to make sure that my character heads back to that starting position. And then get him to turn so that he's facing one of the other gems. So let's test this out. Let's go run fastest so it doesn't take us all day. So we've obviously seen the beginning bit. We know that that works. And then from here, hopefully my loop will kick in and I'll get my expert to go around and collect all of the gems. So there you have it. That is initialization. Hopefully that has been useful for you and hopefully set you up to be able to go on and complete the rest of the activities in this section. Please consider giving this video a like if it has been useful, comment below, and then subscribe for more. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.